This is my review on my SR-556, a follow-up. Added a few new features or upgrades to my gun. Some of the standard features of the SR-556C are the hard chrome plated bolt carrier, the chamber and the barrel, Troy quad rail, and the Troy battle sights, and the Troy rail covers. It comes with a Hogue monogrip, more on that in a minute, and a 6-position adjustable stock. The upgrades that I have on my weapon are a Magpul RSA or rail sling attachment, and an ASAP or an ambidextrous sling attachment point from Magpul, and a new Magpul pistol grip. It is the Magpul AR-15 MOE Plus grip with the overmolding and storage compartment in black. Very nice grip. I haven't fired the weapon with the new grip, but I like the beaver tail on it, and it fits my lower receiver like a glove. It was kind of a pain trying to get the bottom compartment cover off the grip. I mean, I had to really work at it. I mean, I'm not a power lifter or nothing, but man, jeez, I mean, you got to be a hoss to get that thing off your little piggies. So anyway, it's a real nice grip. I like the feel of it, and the specialized compartments that you can get in there for holding, like, a spare bolt and firing pin, things like that. Pretty neat. Of course, you can get them to hold your CR-123 and AA, AAA batteries, whatever you have for your optics and accessories. So those are the upgrades, and we'll go over the pluses and minuses of each one in detail. So first, let's talk about the rail sling attachment, or the Magpul RSA. It's a simple installation. You need one flathead screwdriver, and of course you need a spot on your Picatinny rail to place it. The orientation that I have mine is so that I can actually clip something to it. My quad rail is not symmetrical on, it's taller than it is wide, so whenever I put it on the side rail, the attachment point didn't stick down quite far enough, I thought, to really be able to clip onto it easily. So I put mine underneath, the way you see, facing off to the left side of the weapon, because I will be shooting right-handed for the most part. I don't really plan on using this too much, I don't think. I like the single point attachment for just carrying the weapon. It's just pretty comfortable. But anyway, it comes with the blue Loctite, and just like I said, it's just a really simple installation. Should be no problem for anybody who knows how to work a screwdriver. The second upgrade, the ASAP, or ambidextrous sling attachment point, is not a novice install. You need to understand what components are being affected by removing the end plate and the buffer tube, and you need to have the correct tools for the job. You need an armorer's wrench or something to really grab a hold of the castle nut that is holding everything together. The end plate, and behind the end plate is a spring that applies pressure to the detent that keeps the rear takedown pin in positions either fully extended or fully engaged, and it also keeps it from falling out of the gun. So whenever you remove that end plate, you take the spring out, the detent will no longer provide that function, so your rear takedown pin will fall out, and if you're not careful and aware, the detent will fall into the lower receiver through the hole that the detent usually occupies. So just be aware, if you're going to undertake this, you should watch some YouTube videos on it. I'm not going to go through the how to install it, because there's plenty of good examples out there on how to install them already. If you're not familiar with the function and the parts in the lower, I suggest you look at maybe even watch some videos on how to assemble a strip lower. I've built one, and so I have an intimate knowledge of the mechanics, and I was aware to look for the detents and not let springs fly out and stuff like that. But anyway, it's not too bad if you're mechanically inclined. I did it myself without any clamps or vices to hold the lower. You just have to stick with it and be dedicated and just be able to think through problems, I guess. I didn't have any issues with it. The reason you would like to have an ASAP adapter on your weapon is for obviously tactical reasons. It's easier to switch between left-handed, right-handed shooting. I ran a couple little walks through the house here, just looking around corners and stuff, switching between left-hand and right-hand shooting, and it changes using the single point sling. Changes the way you shoulder the weapon. I find myself with my EOTech 516 on top of it, on top of the weapon, with the buttstock basically in the center of my left or right pectoral muscle. It's not on my shoulder, arm, or anything like that. It's on my chest, and that's what the red dot gets you, is the ability to not have to sight through iron sights traditionally. The benefit is just a quick target acquisition and being able to move freely. So anyway, the one thing that I did notice whenever I was switching hands and things like that is with the single point attachment, the butt stock, I have it adjusted far more forward than the full extension that I usually use when firing, just because I'm not short and I have a longer length of pull, so I needed the length to be shorter whenever I have it in front of my chest rather than on my shoulder. But you can't have the collapsible stock fully collapsed, because that impedes the movement of the attachment point, the ring that you clip to, and so you have to have it at least on the first setting. But it's not a big deal. It doesn't get in the way. If I had on body armor, plate carriers, and things like that, I'm sure I'd still be okay, and it'd probably be comfortable to shoot it even without that, if with the buttstock on your chest, because it's just a 556. So anyway, maybe I'll do a video of how that looks one day when I get my GoPro and all this stuff. So until then, we're just gonna have to talk about it and theorize and say, wow, that would be so great. So anyway, moving on to the last upgrade that I've gotten for my weapon, my SR-556, is the pistol grip. Now, the pistol grip's probably it's definitely the easiest next to the RSA to attach. The pistol grip that your rifle comes with, if it's not a Noveski or some high-end $2,000, well, what used to be $2,000 rifle, probably has a hex nut or Allen head screw holding the pistol grip on. That's what's bolting the grip to the lower. If you don't have a long wrench, it can be troublesome. It took me a while to get mine off because I could only move 45 degrees on each turn, and it took a while to get it off. But the Magpul comes with the screw on it has a slotted head, so sure, you've got a flathead screwdriver that's long enough to go through the length of the pistol grip. So, but the angle of the hoe grip and the Magpul grip are changed. The beaver tail on the Magpul grip is phenomenal. It fits the lower perfectly. Real nice finish. The rubber overmold has some cushion to it, so it should be comfortable whenever you're, bearing down on the grip for your, bench resting and whatnot. I found myself squeezing the hoe grip really hard, and it was uncomfortable. I had to, make myself relax and work my fingers and get loosened up so that I could shoot better. And hopefully the Magpul doesn't have the same tendency to make me want to grip the handle so tightly. We'll see. But the installation on this is simple. The only thing you have to worry about is Um, there's a spring again and another detent for the selector switch. So be aware. It's really easy to do this one. You just keep the lower, what would be considered upside down, with the trigger guard pointing up to the ceiling, or at least laid on its side. But the spring, you got to be careful not to bind it whenever you're putting the new handle back on. But it's a simple install, and like I was saying, there's all these custom cores for that handle that you can put in with, you can put a bolt or fire pins. You can put your weed in there, man. So whatever you want to do with it is up to you, but just the fact that you can do different things with it is what makes it pretty neat. That and the fact that it's a really quality piece of hardware. So there it is. Those are the upgrades. I'm going to replace the buttstock on this one with the Magpul, and that will pretty much finish it out. You guys enjoy the video, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. I'll have some shooting videos sometime in the near future. They'll be all together whenever they do come out, because I don't get to go out to the country and shoot that often. So I don't know, I may try to take some videos at the range here if they allow that sort of thing. But anyway, thanks for watching, and you guys have a nice day. Peace out.
Wow.